Hi, Cindy here. I just wanted to show how to set up Time Machine and how to manage your files a little bit. So, using the Mac Time Machine is actually very simple. It works really well. It's a pretty good program. So I'm just going to show you how to set that up, and then we can go from there. So the first thing to know is that I always use something called a 3-2-1 backup system. It means that I have 3 copies of every file. 2 of them are held locally and 1 of them is in the cloud. I'm not really going to talk about my cloud service in this. I have my cloud set up, but I'm not really going to go over that. So for Time Machine, you need to have a hard drive or a space, a partition for your hard drive that's dedicated to Time Machine. So I have one here that I've conveniently called TM partition. Time Machine partition. This is actually an 8 terabyte drive. I've taken 7 terabytes of it for my Time Machine, and I have another terabyte, which is this one, that I use for something else. So this is my Time Machine drive. These other drives that are sitting here are all external drives. This is my internal drive. These are my external drives, and they're all backing up to that one spot in Time Machine. So to set it up, it's pretty simple. You just go into System Preferences and to Time Machine. And so what it will give you is, I'm just going to turn that off for a second, is basically it'll look like this when you first open it. So you want to first off select the disk that you're going to use, and it will helpfully tell you what is going to happen. I'm going to turn off my backup because I don't want it to start backing up. And it will come up and say that there's no backups available when you first set it up. And that's how it should work. If you do nothing else, that's all you have to do. Select where you want it to go and it will do its thing. It will back up everything. If you would like to get a little bit more creative, get into it a little bit more, you can hit here in the Options button. And what this gives you is what is being excluded from your backups. So what aren't being backed up by that system. On mine, I don't have, you're always going to have whatever your Time Machine is backing up to, because of course it can't back itself up. So it's going to show that one always there. And then I've also added that partition that I mentioned, my Seagate. It's here, and I also don't back up what's in my Dropbox. Mostly that's just how my workflow works. My Dropbox is just a delivery system for me for my retouching business. I actually have all of those files locally stored, so I don't need it backed up because it's already part of the other. But this is, again, you don't have to do this. If you want to add things, you can just subtract or add here. So you can just hit the plus sign and you can add in folders that aren't to be backed up. Like, for example, these ones are actually cloud-based. I don't need this backing up, so I could exclude it as well. Just like that. And so once you have, if you've added or subtracted things to be excluded, you just hit save and that's done. Click the button that says backup automatically and it should start backing up. We'll let that go. I'm just going to close that. So that's how Time Machine works. It's not a place to store your files. This is not a storage device. This is a copy of the files you have on your system. And it keeps backups so that you have a time frame where you can go back and retrieve them. And I'm actually just going to show you how to do that actually. So you can go here and you can say enter Time Machine. And what that will do is it will open the Time Machine and it gives you Finder windows. And so you can actually go in and look in Finder. So this is September the 20th. And I can find a file that maybe I deleted. And it just looks the exact same as your normal, like it looks exactly the same as when you're looking in Finder. You just find the file you want. You can use searches. You can do everything else you could do in a normal Finder window, and you can find the file you're looking for and retrieve it. And all you do is click on the file and hit restore, and it will come back to life in your existing system. You can click multiple files. It's very simple to use. It looks exactly the same as any other Finder window, and you just hit restore to bring back the files that you've selected. So it's a very simple, it's pretty intuitive on how to restore things, how to bring things back. So it works quite well.